fantastic. This, my voice is, it's got to warm up. There's something I want to say, but inside myself I don't feel like talking. Or like physically. Inside myself I do feel like talking. Physically, it's kind of, it just feels exhausting. Or it's too hard. But it feels, I'll show you these 3 cards first, this one. Which I'd mentioned briefly in the last video. I love this card because he seems like a little prick, to be honest. And then this one. That's Badass Chick. You know you remember. You know you remember. And this. The world. And the 3 of them together feel like being an embryo and being poked with a needle in the back of the spine, like right behind the neck. And it had lasting effects. Maybe that wasn't the intent. Maybe it was just research or experiment, some kind of it had a lasting effect that still felt I feel in the back of my neck, but consistent discomfort. Because look, this guy, gazing at this little creature, sadistically. Come on. With all of his prodding needles. And he's got one in his hand. It looks like a butterfly or a Tinkerbell. A tiny, tiny woman. tiny human girl. Whom he's captured. And here, it's like the egg and the sperm, or I don't know how this is gonna go. Something being brought to life or something. The two come together and make an explosion. She's cracking it open and all the magic is just exploding everywhere. And here, again, this is a large human. This is a very small human. A little baby, a little embryo. And you can imagine that it appears to be just casual observation, but with the 3 cards together, the story would reveal more. Look, I'm just practicing, okay? I'm just learning about the cards. Another sword. I don't have the energy for this. The back of my neck, my throat, it's so uncomfortable. And, well, yeah, I'm laying like this, but it's uncomfortable to sit too. When I lie down on my bed, that's what I do all day. It's fine. I just focus. Sometimes I just focus. Anyway. Fuck this. Fuck you too. I don't give a shit. Ace of Swords, bitch. Sorry. I guess. That was obnoxious. Doesn't mean anything to me. Knight of Swords. The sphere of light has been passed to the Knight of Swords from the page. The knight carries her tried and true blade, a tool that allows her to pierce the veil, revealing truths the page could only guess at. The Knight of Swords is known for her ability to create clarity out of confusion. Really. It is very clear from the look in her eyes that she's serious, sober, and above all direct. She's rugged and fierce, determined and logical. She seeks the truth at all costs. When the Knight of Swords appears in your spread, she may represent an aspect of you, someone else in your life, or the atmosphere in general. The Knight of Swords is the piercer of mysteries. She will deliver the answers you seek, but take care, for she is known to be tactless and frank to a fault. If you're uncertain as to how to proceed with regard to an issue in question, the Knight of Swords is telling you to be direct and act decisively. However, remember that it is not what you say or do, but how you say or do it. Take care that you do not exacerbate the situation by putting off the very people you need to rely on to get the job done. Sorry. Five of Swords. A young man is playing God with a defenseless, trapped butterfly. He lords a pin over the powerless insect, knowing he could pierce it in any moment. He taunts it with his haughty air and domineering attitude. A sense of superiority is easily distinguished in his features, in his smirk and nonchalant posture. We don't know exactly what his choice will be, however, it is clear that he's not to be trusted. The Five of Swords is a card about ethics in our choices. Are you or is someone else in your life acting in an ethical manner? Of course, we know, based on the principle of karma, that if you hurt the people around you, your victory will be short-lived and incomplete. Building your happiness on the suffering of others will never spare you from the unflinching judgments of time and reflection. Is your sense of ego and selfishness affecting the situation? Winning at all costs is not winning at all, as it leaves the playing field scattered with dashed hopes and dreams. Perhaps you should take a different approach to your current circumstance. Being a one-eyed king in the land of the blind does not make you righteous or truly powerful. If you're not the one who is acting in such a manner, sometimes this card can come up when you need to put yourself first. In cases where you're being mistreated, it's crucial to remove yourself from that abusive situation. Is there someone working against your best interests? The World. This is the last card of the major arcana, where we find the Filius Philosophorum, the alchemical child or child of wisdom. He has been formed under a careful, watchful, all-seeing eye of life, infinite and creative potential. The karmic events that have taken place all lead up to this moment of fulfillment and dynamic balance. The child of wisdom rests safely and securely within the womb of infinity. His creative force is boundless and unlimited. He has retained the ideal state of being, having been raised lovingly in the vessel of creation, his potential realized. The World card is the final stage of the major arcana. Each of the cards that have preceded it represents a step in our spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical evolution. We are all creators of our reality. If the World card should appear in your spread, all your energy and efforts, your dreams and passions that you worked so hard for will be rewarded. What you have sown through this journey will now be reaped. Take the time to enjoy your newfound success, for as with all things, this ending shall soon reveal a new beginning. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a card that speaks to mental force. It is the seed of the mind. Its roots are strong, connecting to all aspects of life, home, family, work, and love. These experiences weave connections and divisions into our lives and create pathways to different patterns of thought. The woman in this card is holding the sword of truth. She grips it, poised to cut through and dispel any adversity and confusion that might hold her back. When the Ace of Swords appears in a reading, it bids you to use your intellect to live life doing reason. Perhaps a new opportunity to shine is coming your way, something that will require a focused mind. If there are any issues that have been giving you trouble, attempt to look at the situation objectively. Now is the time for clarity of mind, and anything that was once obscured will soon become sharp and evident. What the heck? Dead bug. A live bug. There's two of them. Beep, 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 beep. King of Swords. King of Stores. Mr. Walmart. He is the King of Swords. He stands alone atop a craggy cliff, perched above the maze of the mind. Nice. The King of Swords has endured much hardship and struggles to arrive at his present vantage point. Look how I ruined this thing. I threw it against the wall. Whatever, I don't care. He applied logic, reason, and intelligence, but he's also learned to balance them against an even higher form of knowledge and wisdom, his intuition. He has learned to balance the directions of his mind against the compass of his heart. And the result is a pure and majestic form of leadership. In his right hand, he leans upon the sword of truth, and he knows well how to wield it, should he have occasion to. However, for the time being, he holds it in abeyance, a further sign of his confidence and courage in his abilities to lead. He is guided directly by the sphere of light, which has settled in the crown of his head, a sign of his direct communication with the realms of light and knowledge. Should the King of Swords present himself in your reading, he often represents individuals in positions of power and authority. For his summit, he views the events and experiences of life from a very different perspective, giving him a more objective view of the world. He's right above the world. There's him. There's the world. Connections. I'm making connections. I'm making connections. emotions. In contrast to the Queen of Swords, he does not communicate with quite so much directness. Rather, he's not going to direct. Because he plays you. He plays you. He throws you into the maze of the mind, and he laughs. He's just the Five of Swords that grew up and got away with it. Fuck this guy. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Fuck. That is my favorite word. Cut that part out. He literally has a map to the maze, and he's just gonna stand up there and watch you struggle through it. It brings him great satisfaction. It brings him great satisfaction. But first he had to peel your wings off, because if you just fly above the maze, then you win. He takes your modus operandus and makes you walk with your wee little legs. What happened to, man? I can't get that accent back. Let me try. In contrast with the Queen of Swords, he does not communicate with quite so much directness. Rather, the King of Swords acts as a gentle guide in the way. Oh, see, he's helping you. He's really a good guy. He's been helping you this whole time. He calls down from his pinnacle, his seat of glory. He says, "Oh no, and not that way, and not that way." Dude, shut up. Absorbing and analyzing the circumstances of the matter. Should you seek his counsel? Oh, so if you beg him for help, then maybe, I don't know, he'll feed you some lies, but remember, he doesn't communicate with directness. So that means riddles, ladies. Good luck. His strength is in his silence. His greatest value is not in his words, but rather in his example. You've got to be kidding me. This card calls you to meditation, to seek, to be collected and balanced in your judgments. With time and reflection, you will be able to see clearly the solution to the problem at hand. Kill yourself. That's the solution. Or if you are the Mockingjay or whatever, you just shoot him down with an arrow. This is the story of the Mockingjay. This is her. He created this little sadist here. Or masochist, or just crazy woman. She's her eyes are literally insane. His greatest masterpiece. I don't know where the queen is. She's not here. She's not around. She's subdued somewhere. I love this though, like the Knight of Swords in this story is the main character. Like, she's the good one and the king is the evil one. So see, she in her version, this thing that he's got on top of his head, she captures it and she uses his sword. Oh no, she's got her own sword. Her sword's different. To, pop it like a pimple. Yeah, bitch. I knew you were a bad bitch. Revenge. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. As the majestic king, if the situation calls for it, be prepared to stand alone in your wisdom and rectitude. Don't allow yourself to get corrupted or stray from the heart of the matter. And let your actions speak for themselves. Try to embody the qualities of the King of Swords. Take the challenges that are presented and find solutions through a clear and collected mind. Okay, so in some situations, you are the bad guy. Someone's got to be that character. Someone has to play that part. Doesn't mean anyone else has to like you. But that's how you ended up here in the first place. You didn't get any love. But, whatever. We're not talking about that right now. Strength. Eight. This card depicts a woman and her trusted companion, the lion. It's an unusual alliance, not something that just anyone could master. Relinquishing your fear is key, as the great beast can smell fear. The woman's hands hold the lion gently, a subtle hint of the power she possesses over this creature. She is calm, yet her gaze is steady, and she becomes aware of our presence. In a way, she resembles her predator friend, on guard and perceptive of her surroundings. Her clothes are plain. There are no hints of worldly treasures. Her riches cannot be bought, and they come from her abilities and her inner strength of character. She has mastered her emotions and conquered her anxieties. All the tools she needs to take on challenges are within her. The lion is a symbol of what we fear the most, and she has mastered that fear through equilibrium and inner strength. Equilibrium. Through equilibrium and inner strength. The strength card appears when we need to take control of our internal environment. It's not a card about physical strength or any external influences. Any external influences that can be manipulated or controlled. It calls us to focus inwardly, to look deeply at those internal insecurities that cause us to doubt our own abilities. The greatest saboteur often lurks within. Remain fixed in your confidence, and you will hold the reins to your emotions as a woman holds dominion over the lion. I didn't get any of that. She walks alone in the desert, searching. With her face reveals the test of time. She has seen out surmounted. The hermit has no regrets. She has gained profound knowledge of the material world, yet senses that there is more to reality than simply what is visible. In her right hand she grasps a large snake, a symbol of renewal and rebirth. As the snake sheds its skin as it grows, so shall the hermit shed her old self and re-emerge wiser and more whole. Her left hand appears to radiate light, illuminating the path one step at a time. Her journey is a slow one, but she is in no rush, no rush. The hermit has deliberately removed herself from the world, in order to subdue the conscious mind. Okay. Ace of Swords. This is like the lady who has been through the maze, and she submitted herself to all of those sadistic atrocities committed against her, especially what gets to you. It's the mental stuff. It's that emotional manipulation that's the worst of all. Because through the emotional manipulation, your body recedes. As you can see how ugly she's become. It didn't take me long. I started getting ugly by the time I was 6 years old. And mind games, emotional, I know you know. You ugly ones out there know what I'm talking about. And so she's basically just like, there's just submission here. Thus, I'm curious to see the King of Swords, because I doubt that she's in full submission. Which is why, you know, this dude is going elsewhere to get that kind of strange satisfaction. I don't know why anyone would want this, why they would want to create this out of something that maybe was once beautiful. I mean, because that person, obviously they hate beauty in a way, because it makes them I could make it complicated or I could make it simple, but I don't think I could make it well-rounded. But I feel like you know. Anyway, I don't know. What the fuck? I feel like people know. Like, I feel like everyone somehow has had similar type of experiences. Obviously not the same experience, but like we've been hurt in similar ways, but I don't know if that is true, really. Which is why nobody understands you. It's funny that they've all got a sword, you know? It's like he can't deny them that right, because that's the suit, is the suit of swords, which is supposed to be your, like, mental fortitude or whatever. So that's like the way that you protect yourself, the way that you attack, the way that you challenge is through your mental sharpness. And I mean, that seems not particularly like the feminine nature, right? Supposedly so, and I would, at this point, I would agree with that. You see, there's the tree growing out of her, so she's gone so masculine. She's gone so masculine, trying to appease and please and survive and play this game. She basically submitted herself to playing this game because this guy had trapped her, and she didn't feel that she had a choice, but it ate at her, obviously. Yeah. You know, it wasn't her choice. She dreamt of the house and the connection, the love, the family, being free, being feminine. That's not what happened here. Or like sisters, or twins, Twinkies. Except she has better eyebrows. She's still hotter than I am. I hate myself. Okay. Only partly. There's an eye. The all-seeing eye is here witnessing everything with an infinity teardrop. How beautiful. Beautiful. Ugh. What a waste of footage. What a waste of video. "41 minutes. I guess I'll keep going. Then. I'm trying to discover more voices, to be honest, because that's the most fun part of all of this. Is sounding different than myself. But in a coherent way. Like one of the good voices, not one of the bad voices. This voice that I have, it's just a voice. It's not my voice. It's not even a good one. It's literally a bad voice. Like, it sucks. And it doesn't, and it's so, I'm so resistant to it. It's so awful. You're the best. You're the best around. Nothing is ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing is ever gonna keep you down. It's just like too late for her. Like, this just sucks. Like, what do you do at that point when you draw that card? Like, oh well, yep, I made it to the end and I fucked it up, but I'm kind of like the ultimate victim. Like, I didn't have a choice. You didn't get to pursue my dreams. But okay, so by the time you get to that point, then there you are. Which is why you got the eye, the third eye, the all-seeing eye, because at this point, you're offered a higher perspective. You know, you can choose to look from that view. Renouncing the role of the victim and saying, okay, this is just the perspective that I took in this story this time. No opinion on it, it's just what it is. Okay, so I want to see, okay, Six of Swords. A woman with a baby flying on a giant crow. I said vulture in my last video. They were really crows. I just saw what I wanted to see. I wanted to see vultures, so but crows are the harbingers the harbingers of death. I think harbingers. Okay. So it's stormy seas. Yep, very dangerous. It's very there's a quickening of the pace here. You can see she's on a mission, but she's on a race against time. So her head is buzzing. She's like, oh, I gotta do because look at those responsibilities. She has a freaking baby with her. Like, yo, that is some anxiety-inducing situation right there. Okay. So this is probably like he wrote down one of his little. Oh well, he's right here. So he fucked with her. He tore off her wings, and then he got her pregnant. And then he started working on his little, like, how else can I fuck with her? I've done physically. Okay, let's, like, emotionally, there's a baby, right? And then mentally, I'm gonna give her a charade or a riddle. She's gotta go on this mission to try to solve this riddle. So, so that's what this guy has upgraded himself. Now he's watching from the boat or some shit, or just from wherever he is, or he's not, I mean, he may not be watching at all. He may be just like doing his own thing while she's stressing the fuck out. Maybe I do curse too much. It never feels right to, but nor does it feel right not to. Like, it pops into my head, but when I go to say it, like, there's a part of me that resists, and so it never comes out fully, and just partly, which is always like not how you want to express a curse word. Like, it should be all in. I mean, that's whenever you're speaking. If you want to speak effectively, it should be all in, but that's not what happens around here. In these parts, it's not what happens. I'm on a swords journey right now. I'm on my way to fuck my shit up. So let's see what happens next. Chariot, hey! Maybe they run into each other along the way. I feel like that's what needs to happen. Is she, well, I mean, I don't know what happens with them. They probably go right past each other, or I don't know. I don't know what she's looking for. I don't know. I'm gonna find the other swords. Okay, there's the queen. Oh yeah, she's not happy about what's going on, about what's happened. She's not. But still, she lets it happen. You know, she's got the sword. She's above the maze, but she doesn't have the power. The page. Okay, well, let's see what the book has to say about the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords rests her head contemplatively upon the hilt of her sword. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry about all that. Sorry about all that. Allowing its metallic coolness to center and still her. She makes use of that stillness to channel the knowledge emanating from the sphere of light affixed to the sword's pommel. Pommel? What the heck is a pommel? She is introspective and reflective, characteristics indicative of a strong queen. Y'all didn't think I could say those words. There are times when she must be as still as the night is long, yet as swift as an arrow in her decision making. The Queen of Swords rules with her head first and her heart second, reason trumping her emotional yearnings. 10 more minutes of this. Okay. Yet, she bears a certain wistfulness. Hers is the burden of leadership, of making the difficult, often unpopular decisions that nobody wants to make. Yet, everyone expects of an effective ruler. Okay, so there's people here that are into this type of leadership, they call it. They're a king and a queen. So they have like a kingdom and a queendom. And these people who are subjected are like the followers. They're like, yes, the mental path. That's the one I want to take. Okay. I mean, they all kind of suck. All the paths suck when you're coming from from hell instead of from heaven. Not from heaven. From hell. Yes, nobody wants the responsibility, man. That's the secret. To wield a sword is to take a responsibility. Because the word is the bird. Wait. The word is the bird, which we know with the swords, like the birds represent language and thoughts, and we all have them. The people of the swords, they have lots of birds, and so that big bird is like that overarching, that thought, that's taken her on this crazy journey through the mind and stressing her out. But in the beginning was the word. That's what I'm trying to say. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God, and the word was God. So they're like that's a hell of a responsibility, honestly. I don't know why we were given that responsibility.
There you go.
Hey, Mommy.
Here's my keys.
Yes.
Are you getting a suntan?
No. I'm not allowed to take my cards in the house.
Okay.
You want some water?
I think I have some in the car. I have. Probably hot, but anyway, no thanks.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I did secretly want the Bobby seed chicken. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, the mental plane has kicked my ass, obviously. I'm trying to get the fuck out of it. I'm terrible in my use of language. You can hear the things that I speak aloud. Just imagine what happens inside of my head. It's totally fanatical, fantastical, fantastic in a way. which is, don't want to talk about it anymore. It's making me feel retarded. I feel retarded whenever I think and whenever I talk out loud. I feel really retarded. It's no easy burden to bear, and there are times when it leaves her feeling very alone. In those moments of despair and despondency, she returns to safety and security of her faithful blade, the keen and piercing intellect and indomitable will that have always safeguarded her on her journey. Indomitable will always have safeguarded her on with her journey through the twists and with turns of the mysterious labyrinth. Regardless of how unpleasant it may be, the Queen of Swords must always face the truth in a situation with dignity and poise. Many people find this to be too much, preferring instead for the truth to be shrouded or silenced in order to spare their feelings. Queen of Harness energy, Queen of Swords, revealing truths to others that they don't want to hear or are presently incapable of seeing. Presently incapable of seeing. Alternatively, there are times when we ourselves may have somebody in our own lives who is embodying the energy of the Queen, showing us aspects of ourselves that we don't particularly wish to acknowledge. True friends are there to comfort and care us. However, they also play an essential role pointing out our poor judges and faulty judgments. If you are being called upon to play the part of the Queen of Swords, remember that it's not just what you say, but how you say it. By praising the framing of your critiques constructively, you much more likely to have message heard. Alternatively, my dear friend, or trusted companion. Alternatively, if a dear friend or trusted companion is presently pointing out possible lapses of judgment on your part, have the courage and trust to at least consider a point of view. Yes, that's